Good afternoon, my fellow baseball cap wearers. Today I'm going to show you a way how to clean your caps. I wear baseball caps all the time. They get dirty, a lot of dirt on them. They get the sweat, band ring around the brim and everything. I'm going to show you a very easy way how to clean these. Very easy and very cheap. Once again, I'm going to use OxiClean. They are not sponsoring me by any chance, but if they would like to, that would be awesome. I got about a 2.5 gallon bucket of hot water, lukewarm to hot water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scoop of the OxiClean, one full scoop, and I'm going to pour it in the water. Going to let that dissolve a little bit. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Make sure it gets dissolved nice. And you'll see your water turns white. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it does turn white. That means the soap is getting diluted and everything. Now, if you're worried about your baseball caps, if you got a good baseball cap, what I would recommend you doing first before you do this, test a little area, maybe in the back of the hat, on the back, by the band, or maybe a little dot in the back, just to make sure it's not going to fade out. Out of all the hats that I've done, I've had 2 that have faded out on me. Just a little bit, not much, but it's enough to notice. So I would test it out first before you do this. But anyway, all you're going to do is you're going to take your cap. This one's got a pretty bad stain on the brim here from the sweat. And you dump it in the water. And then what you usually do is take your hand and where the sweat band is, give it a good rub. Give it a good hard rub with your hand. Both sides, on the outside and the inside. And you'll be able to see, I can't show you right now, but you'll be able to see the water's already starting to turn a little bit brown from that. And what you want to do is you just want to set it in there and let it soak. And do the same for all the hats. I'm only doing 3 today. Normally I do about 4 or 5. I do have a lot of hats that I wear on a regular basis. And you want to make sure you want to try to keep them spaced apart inside there to where they're not laying on top of each other. You want that water and soap and everything to get through there. This one, the brim isn't really that bad. It's more the outside is full of white powder from my work. So, there we go. I got them sitting in there, standing up. I'm going to show you here in a second. Standing up, make sure there's space in between them and everything. Let me show you that now. See, so as you can see, I got them standing up. There is space between them so that water and everything gets in there. And now basically, all you do is I'm just going to leave those sitting there for about 45 minutes, give or take. But every 15 minutes, I'll give them a stir, give them another rub down and everything. And then in about an hour, I'll come back, take them out, set them out on the driveway or table, and then just lightly rinse them off with a hose. Just a real light rinse. And then I use small little cans like that, or a bottle. This is TransTune fluid, something to where you put the cap on top of the thing. It will keep the bowl in the head part of it. I'll show you that when I come back, but right now that's going to soak for about 45 minutes to an hour with a couple turns in between, and I'll be back then. Alright guys, it's been about 40 minutes. I'm going to take these and just rub down the sweat bands. You can see how nice and clean that's coming. There's a little bit of stuff up here. Just give it a good hard rub. You can see that was all brown before. Same with up here, that was all brown before. Coming nice and clean. Same with this one. Look at that. That was all brown before. I'll see if I can get a snapshot of before. Pop them in right here. But yeah, you just want to give it a good rub. It'll be good. It'll be good. Now it's been, like I said, it's been about 40 minutes. I'm going to let these sit in here about another 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take them out and rinse them off with the hose and set them on the cans. I'll show you that then. Alright guys, well it's been about an hour. I'm going to take these hats out of here. They are very, very clean. They are very, very clean. There's no sweatband. There's no marks there anymore. So I'm going to take these all out of here. And I'm just going to set them on the driveway here. Yeah, these look really, really good. Now, you can see how flimsy they are right now. That's because they're wet. I'll show you how to take care of that in a little bit. So basically, I'm going to lay them down here like this. And now what I'm going to do is with a hose, I'm just going to give them a light rinse. Now you can do that with a hose, you can do that in the sink, however you want to do it. I do it with a hose because I normally do multiple hats at a time. And it's just easier to rinse them off, you know, with the hose. So let me reset the camera here and I'll show you how to set them up to keep their shape. Alright guys, now these are very wet. And if you just leave them sit out, the top is going to collapse. So what I do is I got quart cans, I got 2 quart cans of paint or varnish, and I got 1 thing of propane. Basically, you take it and you put it over so it forms the shell of the hat. Just like so. And that way, as they dry, they take the form of a cap, so they still look like a baseball cap. Now these are probably going to take a good day or 2 to dry because they are soaking wet. So if you just leave them sit on here for 2 days, I usually leave them 2-3 days, and then they'll be fine afterwards. Basically, that's how you clean a baseball cap. If you got very dirty baseball caps, OxiClean bucket, rinse them off, let them soak for, I let these soak for about an hour. Just keep rubbing them where the sweatband is and everything. Let them soak for an hour. Take them out, rinse them off, set them over something that's going to form the cone on the top of the hat. Doesn't matter what it is, whatever you got. Set it on top of there, leave it sit on there for 2 days, 3 days, and then when you come back, they will be nice and clean. They are going to smell of OxiClean for a week or so, even though you rinsed them off. It's in there, it's going to happen. And then you can wear them again, get them all dirty again, and clean them again in 6 months. So I hope that helped you guys. I hope you learned something. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to my channels. I do a bunch of these home remedy things all the time in all my different videos. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you tried it, if you're going to try it, how it worked for you. I would love the feedback, and I will respond to you because I look at all my comments. So if that helped you, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hope it helps. Later, guys.